Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me apologize for the bumpiness at the beginning of this video. As you and I know, depending on where you're at, maybe it's all across America, I'm dodging potholes left and right. So just to start out of the gate, that's why there's so much shakiness. Second, just listening to Sean Hannity, ladies and gentlemen, and if you were listening, when I was listening, before he went to the bottom of the hour break, supposedly, homeboy, there's a story going around that's trending that he was surveilled. Sean Hannity. And he's like, he's got I can't pronounce his name. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's the lawyer, you know what I'm talking about. And Jay Sekulow on saying, hey, he was all serious too. He was like, if this story is true, I want to hire you as counsel. And they both said yes. Now, if this story is true, and I didn't even got to the topic of what I wanted to talk about, but if this story is true, that Sean Hannity, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Hannity was surveilled, his phone calls to Trump Tower was recorded, cataloged, and seen and heard, transcribed and heard audibly by Susan Rice and the whole Obama administration? Are you freaking kidding me? Now, speaking of Susan Rice, let's get to the topic of this particular video. Susan Rice's unmasking, ladies and gentlemen, Susan Rice's unmasking proves no collusion between Trump and Russia. And you're going to say, well, why are you saying that, Dan? Why are you saying that? Think about it for a second. If Susan Rice, who had all that information at her disposal, and she wasn't just looking at Trump people and Trump transition team people, she had spreadsheets upon spreadsheets of information at her disposal that she could look at and find out if there was any Russian collusion between Russia and Trump. If there was a smoking gun, if there was a flaring freaking, what is the thing I'm thinking of? Flare coming out of a flare gun. You know what I'm trying to say? I got so much in my brain I'm trying to get out. Ladies and gentlemen, this goes beyond Watergate. Because right out of the gate, you have Susan Rice, who lied on March 22nd on PBS, I believe, in regards to, well, I don't know anything about Trump surveillance. I don't know nothing about it. She lied. And then now she says, today, I believe on MSNBC, I didn't leak any Trump surveillance. I didn't leak any information in regards to the Trump surveillance. So what is it, Susan Rice? You didn't know anything about the Trump surveillance? Or now, because you got caught, I didn't leak any Trump surveillance information? You are in a cup of hot water, number one. No more like nothing's going to be done about it. We know this. But she's in a cup of hot water. Secondly, with all this information at her disposal, ladies and gentlemen, all of this information, you would think that there is a smoking gun, a flare come out of a flare gun, something right in your face information in regards to proof and evidence that there was collusion between Trump, the Trump campaign, and Russia. We all know there is none. And we all know now that with the unmasking, with the knowing of Susan Rice having all the surveillance in her hands and having other individuals who can cipher through it, if there was a smoking gun, you know damn well we would know about it. So let's hurry up, ladies and gentlemen, and put this whole Trump-Russia collusion to bed, because if Susan Rice, the national security advisor, had all this surveillance at her hands, at her disposal, you would know. You would have known it right when she found out if there was any evidence of it. There is none. Let's end it. But now going forward, ladies and gentlemen, and now with this, I have not been able to get home yet and pop up on my laptop and do the research for myself with Sean Hannity, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of the 5:30 news break. Talking to Jay Sekulow, and Joe Javinova. I'm murdering his last name, but you know who I'm talking about. Saying that there's a story out there that Sean Hannity was surveilled. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the tip of an iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. That may start with Susan Rice, but it has James Clapper all over it, Ben Rhodes all over it, and ultimately many others, but ultimately it starts with Barack Hussein Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, this, I don't even, there is so much going on that is ridiculous. Susan Rice better find her a lawyer immediately. Evelyn Farkas has already sought counsel because you heard what she said with all that backtracking the days after what she said. But they should be pulled, there should be subpoenas in their hands right now telling them that they need to be in front of a judge immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, this is yours truly, Dan Adams, aka the Soulful Conservative, the DA and the prosecutor. You can hit me up on social media at Dan Adams Show on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Tumblr, and Instagram. With Susan Rice's unmasking, it proves, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no collusion. There was no collusion between Trump, the Trump administration, and Russia. Peace.